Hey everybody, how's it going? Today we are going to talk about the newest collab in the world of Monster Strike. It is the Gundam series volume 2, and I know this is confusing a little people to some people because wait, this is the third time we've got Gundam. What's going on there? Well, I think what's happened here is we had the Gundam series, right? That was the first one. And then we had Gundam Seed, which was specific to the movie. And then we have Gundam series again. So for the series part, this is the second time we're doing that. And that seems to be the numbering system that they are going with. So that's why things might feel a little weird, but that's how it is. And of course, for those of you who didn't watch the previous news video that I sent out, let me apologize again for this being so late. I was just absolutely wiped after getting all of this done. 100 plus slides, including translations, was a lot more than I don't know. I should have expected it to be that bad, but it was really bad. So I was just tired, and then the heat ramped up crazy here in Northern California, and that is the biggest thing to just my energy to do anything. So I apologize for that. This is late, so I'm gonna take the slides from the MONST FREAK event and then combine it with my usual rundown type rating strike shot breakdown videos. So this is going to be a combined version of that, and then you'll see later tonight the rest of the news for that was part of MONST FREAK, the year anniversary stuff, upcoming updates, and of course more details on the new mission thing that got released. So again, apologize for that being late, but I am catching up now, so we should be good pretty soon. Alright, let's go back to the Gundam collab and let's take a look at it. So first we got Domon Kashu as our first gacha monster. He has the Shining Gundam and the God Gundam there. And the cool thing with the Gundam series, like, you have the character there, but then the ball art is specifically their Gundam. So on one hand, for those of you who aren't Gundam fans like myself, it's a little confusing on who's who. And I am sorry to fans, but all of the Gundams look pretty similar, so I can't tell the difference. So it's always hard to figure out who's who. But that's life. But I mean, it is a pretty cool Gundam gimmick that they have, so we'll just have to go with it. Domon Kashu here, bounce robot balance type, super anti-warp, anti-transport wall, bump combo boost them, long power mode, on the gauge anti-block, super anti-speed down wall, and strike shot speed power up and a special attack to the first hit enemy. We'll talk about the details of that strike shot on the next slide. And then the bump combo, we have the Chozetsu Rankidan and all enemy super poison meteor. And while I talk about this, I'm going to actually pull up his page on GameWith so that we can see where these characters are actually going to be usable in. But let's see. And what GameWith is saying, like, he has usability in Nova, which is good, Aikumo, and Kakazo. I can never say his name right. Kakagosetegu. The last two are probably the ones where he'll shine the best. Long power mode will definitely help out there to give more damage output, and that always helps with those high level stage Gozetsu stages, right? So that'll be super helpful. All right, let's take a look at his GameWith rating. Right now in GameWith he has an 8.0, which isn't too high. It's like, okay, he's a collab character. Didn't get the shaft at least, but maybe not gonna have the limelight. The follow-up attack does focus on the first hit enemy. It does direct damage and then percentage damage afterwards. The good thing about the percentage damage though is that it will affect all on-screen enemies. So if they're on the screen, you will see them take that percentage damage. So that's pretty interesting. You can see the numbers here, the buff 1.5, 1.8x. The follow-up part 1, which does count as direct damage. And again, for those of you who don't know, direct damage, some stages, right, you will do extra damage if you physically hit the monster versus bump combos and other stuff like that. So this kind of delineation of strike shot things does make a difference. You can see that 6x and 10x of his attack stat. And then the second part, which is percentage damage, will be focused on the max HP of that enemy does 10% and 50% respectively, and with a guaranteed minimum of 1.5 million and 2.25 million. And again, like I said, this does affect all enemies on screen, so you do have a bonus boost on that. Even though his strike shot specifically says first hit enemy, you get a bonus for the percentage. Now, the next character is, we got Suletta Mercury, right? Suletta got the upgrade from the, I think people are saying was it the login reward from last time? With the Gundam Ariel and the Gundam Caliburn there. And her abilities, we've got Bounce Robot Balance, Super Mine Super L, Super Anti-Transport Wall, Water Element Resist, Super Laser Stop M. Gauge got Anti-Warp and Drain M. I mean, that skill set looks pretty darn nice, doesn't it? Strike Shot Speed and Power Up, and then Special Attack after done moving. Bump Combos Defense Speed Up, along with Healing Bomb Throw. Now, game width, and I was surprised when I saw that she has a 9.5 rating on game width, which does mean that you should consider getting a pretty eye on her. She is probably the prize result in terms of game width ratings. So that's pretty cool to see. I think having a great place to shine in Agitator was one of the big reasons to give her such a high rating. She is going to be good for that Reizetsu quest, and also has is going to be helpful in the Gardens 10. So that super line, Super Laser Stop M, I think they're saying, is going to be very helpful for that, along with the Drain, so that gives you a lot of opportunity to heal up on those notoriously difficult stages. So good to see there. And well, the other reason why she might be so popular is the strike shot details here. Look at that. The first gear is a self buff for 1.x, and the second gear is 2 times. But the follow-up damage, which is also percentage based, is max HP at 22% on the first gear with a 2.2 million minimum, and the second gear is 28% with a 2.8 million minimum, which is pretty darn high, I feel like, right? So that, I don't know, that seems pretty darn amazing. So cool to see. And her strike shot is kind of like a laser, and so any other monsters that's in the line of sight after she hit, she's targeting the boss, will also take that damage. It isn't huge in terms of range, but still, those numbers, I think, is also why you see a good rating for Suletta there. And then last but not least, for the new series, we got Seabrook Arno here. Gundam F91 is his Gundam of choice. And well, let's see, we've got Bounce, Robot Speed, Anti-Damage Wall, Super Anti-Warp, Super Mine Super M, Null Element Resist M, on the gauge Anti-Block, Light Element Killer, and Strike Shot Turn Charge M. Strike Shot is speed and power up with a special attack to the first hit enemy, and then bump combo. Apparently Super Satellite 8 is a first. I guess you've never had it in that super flavor up until now, which is actually surprising to me, but okay. And you also get the attack down bomb throw. And if you take a look at his chart here, 9.0 on game width, which is also fairly high. You don't really see that nowadays with collab characters. Like, I think Mixie has understand that they need to be careful what they do with collab characters, but this is on the high end for sure. One of the big things that he has going for him is that he's great for the Gardens 1, and Gardens 1 is always important, right? It is, it's a gatekeeping round quest, right, to do anything else on the Gardens, right? If you didn't have stuff for 2, 3, 4, if you can't get past battle 2, you're not going to go anywhere in the Gardens area. And I don't know, it's a little frustrating for me too, so I don't really do much on the Gardens, which that might have to change if I can get him. But anyways, the buffs along with the follow-up is pretty nice. You can see that it is focused on the first enemy, but just 3 different attacks which is interesting to see. First gear, you got 1.45x for his buff, and then a follow-up laser, which does 3x his attack, then 5 slashes, which does a total of 10.75x, and then a follow-up explosion, which is also percentage. Everybody has a percentage type strike shot here. 10% max HP, and then 2.0 minimum damage there. Second gear, the buff goes up to 1.65x, the follow-up laser is bumped up to 4x, and the slashes go up to 14.25, and then the percentage goes up to 15% with a guaranteed minimum of 3 million damage. So, yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, obviously, you know, any monsters that can shine on the, you know, all really hard stages like the Reizetsu difficulties, or the castle, maybe the Shinen stages, the EX stages, will get a little bit of boost, right? Because they have a little bit of uniqueness to them that'll make them a little bit more valuable. So that is our gacha 5-6 star monsters, and then our 4-5 star gacha monsters for this new version of the collab. Uso Evan, Ko Uraki, both of them has a 7.5 rating, which means you should at least get one in your back pocket, and wouldn't hurt to get them you know, to 90 if you want to, but I wouldn't say it's a necessity. Usually when it's in this, like, oh my god, these are crazy, they'll have an 8.0, even 8.5 rating, which you just normally do not give to 4 or 5 star monsters. So for now, we're good. So as you know, the gacha is active right now and will be lasting until the 16th of October, so don't miss out on that. And for every 10 pull you do on the new gacha, you will get one of these 9 good job stamps. If you like the collab, make sure you go for that. After 90 pulls, you are guaranteed to get all of them. You will never get a dupe on this. The pool will just dwindle down slowly. And of course, you know, Mixie is pushing this real hard. Make sure if you are buying orbs, you buy them from the web store. Not only do you get more orbs for the same price via their store directly, you also have the bigger packs here, where if you want 3 packs of the 190 orbs or 5 packs of the 190 orbs, those bigger packs of orbs can only be done on the web store, so do take advantage of that. And of course, with every collab means a paid pack monster, and this time we've got Quattro Vagina. Cool to see a gold Gundam for sure. But here's his stats here: robot speed, super anti-damage wall, anti-transfer wall, regen M, super laser stop M, anti-warp, anti-block, repeat hit killer M. Those last 3 are on the gauge. Strike shot is speed power up, special attack after done moving, bomb combo chase sphere, which I always find really strong, as well as fellow triangle bomb. Those are a good combo of bomb combos, I believe. And his rating on GameWith is 8.5, which is, I think, a tick higher than usual for paid pack monsters. So let me make sure I didn't just copy that incorrectly, because that would be a bad one to do incorrectly. Yeah, it's 8.5. So I do believe that's a smidge higher than usual. So if you're on the fence, you might want to do it. But Strike Shot guarantees to hit the boss. And then there's a big follow-up laser. And this laser is actually pretty wide, so you do have a high chance of catching other people in that laser. Self-buff 1.5x, 2.0x. And again, percentage damage. Follow-up 12% max HP versus 18%, with a minimum of 2.4 versus 3.6. So again, as is with the case, you know, if you're a fan of the series and you're not afraid to pay money, go for it. Solid monster. If you're not that big of a Gundam fan, really no reason to, you know, hurt your wallet over this. But it's certainly an interesting one to keep an eye on. Up to you to make that final decision for sure. And so, if you want this monster, you must pay the paid pack here. You can purchase this either in-game or on the web shop, so up to you to figure out which side you want to support. And then our event drop monsters, we've got Iron Mask, and I forgot that I usually have my screen to distinguish what stages are what, so I apologize for that. I'm gonna look in game real quick. I have not actually done much on the collab quite yet. But Iron Mask here is one of the scheduled quests, as is Annabelle Gato here in the wood element. Oh no, Annabelle is our 24/7 direct drop monster, so make sure you bring do not bring max luck monsters. Just finish the stage as fast as you can via co-op, because when you play with co-op you'll have a higher chance of the boss dropping. But more importantly, you do get 7 drops of this per day, so be diligent about this. Play every day and make sure you don't have to play catch up at the very end, because these direct drop quests are a pain in the butt to catch up. And then we have Miliardo Peacecraft, which is the other scheduled quest for the collab. And then our 4 5-star drop monsters, these will be available at all times. Norse Packard and Mr. Bushido will be your 4 5-star monsters, so don't forget to at least clear the stages for their orb. And so here they are. This is your collab quest summary. Again, the fire and the light are in the schedule. The wood is available 24/7, but make sure you are diligent to do it every day, as it is a direct drop quest. And then the bottom 2 are your 4 5-star. And then for those of you who missed out on the first time the gacha for Gundam was here, you can pull on them, and because it is a continuation of the series, you can actually get those previous 5 monsters in the current gacha as well, and vice versa. It's up to you to decide which gacha gets the rate up, because only you can do volume 1 or volume 2 and use that to determine which one gets the little boost in percentage. In addition to that, the Gundam Seed Freedom, and I misspelled Freedom, I apologize for that. This gacha will also be returning. However, like I said, this is a separate gacha because of the movie. Those gacha monsters will not be found in the other gacha, so please be careful about that. If you are specifically looking for these characters, you must pull on this gacha specifically. And then I take a look at the updated game width values for those characters, Volume 1 and the Seed ratings, and you can see them here. Amuro 8.0, Kira 8.0, Banisher Link 7.5, and the paid pack, which you can repurchase again for Hiro Yui, is 6.5. Seed ratings, Kira and Lux 8.5, Atheron 7, Shin is a 9.0 still, which is interesting to see. And then the paid pack Mu is a 7.5. So up to you to decide which one fits your box and which one you want to go after. So make sure you are the one deciding that. And of course, that does mean that the Volume 1 characters got Transcendent Kai's, Amuro. You can see here, to be honest, I'm not going to go over it into detail here. There wasn't too many differences. I think everybody got like an additional ability or something like that. And maybe an upgrade here or there, but nothing really groundbreaking for anybody. As you could have seen from the ratings, nobody actually kind of got that glow up from all of these years. So that's unfortunate to see, especially as somebody who actually had everybody comped. So it's a little bit disappointing here, but if you want to look at the details, pause the video here, take a look at that. Here is Kira Yamato. Kira, right? Kira was like on the top tier of the character charts for quite a while after he showed up here. And so, kind of sad to see that he doesn't have anything, amazing to go about here. But again, pause the video if you want to see the details here, but we will move on to the last Volume 1 monster, which is Banisher Lynx here. And again, I don't know. We'll have to see. I have not watched, usually I try to watch Shiro's videos of him using these characters in action. I think he just released a video would be like, so which gacha should you pull on? Unfortunately, I just have not had the time to watch that. So I'm doing this blind. So if you have questions, let me know in the comments and I'll do the research just for you personally. But otherwise, you can figure it out. And of course, these Transcendent Kais were unlocked the moment the collab started at midnight. So if you have them, hopefully you got them kai'd up, because why not? And as of course referenced on the summary sheet, you can purchase the 2 paid pack monsters once again if you want. And this old quest will be back in the library. Obviously, the Chokyukyoku quest will not be back in the library. That is always the case. But all of the other quests you can pick up. And of course, don't forget, even if you finished everybody, go in there and clear them. You do get 1 orb for clearing each quest in the library. So don't pass out on 10, maybe even more than 10 orbs. It'll be worth it. And of course, with the collab means missions. Well, let's just go to the mission page here. Here you go. Pretty straightforward. I don't think any of them are too difficult. What is important is that, oh hey, maybe these will push you to finish off the library quest, right, for the orbs. 6 through 10, those quests are from the old Gundam series, so you must go to the library to clear them. Note the requirements here. Don't forget about them so that you waste time. Everything's pretty straightforward. I don't think any of them should present a difficulty at all. So get on it. And by the way, mission 11 was added. That is simply to clear the newest Insidious quest, Chokyukyoku quest. So I didn't have that on here when I made these slides. As you complete the missions, you will be getting another character. That will be Loran Sehak there in the water element. She will be your reward. 13 copies of her for each mission you complete, as well as a good job stamp, some titles, and alternate strike shot voice sets depending on which mission you clear. What is important here is that red reward there. By clearing all 10 missions, well, 10 out of 11 now, right? You will get a connect skill scroll. These things are rare. Please make sure to not miss out on that. The missions do not look that difficult, so an easy connect scroll that you can put in your pocket. And then you have probably been picking up her along the way. Garo Duran and Tifa Adil, him and her I guess, will be your login rewards, in which you will get 9 copies per day of logging into the game. And days 2 and 4 you'll get a Tokudama, and day 3 you'll get a special good job stamp. And as is the case with all collabs, those the paid pack monsters, all 3, the login free monster as well as the mission monster will be max luck. And if you saw the news from yesterday, we got a new item gacha area. The monster that you get from that will also be max luck for the duration of the collab. And that's it for the collab. I didn't have the details of the Insidious in here because they were on news. So if you're curious about that, go check yesterday's news video for details here. But I'm glad I caught it off here because this is what, almost a 24 minute video just with the collab alone. We've got a whole 70 slides to go through for the rest of the 11th year anniversary campaign, and hopefully my voice doesn't die, but I am gonna call it a break here. And so hopefully you got what you needed for the Gundam collab. I will be taking the gacha video soon. I might do it tomorrow because maybe my voice won't survive after today after doing all this. So we'll see about, I guess it depends who's the rate up right now. By the way, the individual rate up should be active right now, right? Yeah. Yeah, we got Shibuk already up as the rate up right now. So, and actually, you know, I will probably pull today because he does help with Castle 1, which I could use some help on. So maybe I will start pulling today. Anyways, that's later. You should look forward to that video. I'm assuming tomorrow. Maybe the day after. We'll see. Anyways, if you like what you saw, do hit the like button and subscribe. And once again, I'm sorry for this to be late. Things should get back to normal soon. ENGMonst on Twitter/X has all of these slides already available, as well as the slides being available on the Discord channel. If you want the latest, either join Discord or or follow me on Twitter. That's the fastest way I'll get this. Videos obviously take a little bit more time with the setting up, having to put on a shirt. I know that's a lot. Trust me, you don't want to see otherwise. What else? Is that it? I think that's it. Once again, thanks for watching. Until next time.